Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I am Sandy Williams. The RJRGLEANER Communications Group has signed a binding agreement to sell the historic Gleaner Building at 7 North Street in Kingston. The deal with LP Azar Limited also includes adjacent lots and parking areas. The company says the sale forms part of a wider strategic restructuring and modernization effort. It is aimed at streamlining operations, improving efficiency, and boosting long-term shareholder value. The RJRGLEANER adds that the move will support the continued consolidation of its operations here at the Lyndhurst Road campus. It also allows the company to focus more on its core print, digital, and broadcast businesses. The transaction is expected to be completed within 45 days, pending standard closing conditions. Staff currently based at the North Street location will be accommodated at the group's Lyndhurst Road facilities. The company says it will make further disclosures as required under Jamaica Stock Exchange rules. Artificial intelligence is no longer some far-off idea, as it's already part of our everyday lives. But a public AI readiness study shows that while many Jamaicans are embracing the convenience, there is also growing concern about job displacement, privacy breaches, and misinformation. More in this report.
The nationwide study conducted by the University of the West Indies reveals that Jamaicans find great discomfort with AI being used in areas like banking, hiring, and legal decision-making. Dr. Stephen Johnson, researcher at the University of the West Indies, says the concern is not necessarily about the technology itself, but the lack of transparency and accountability surrounding how it may be used.
Where persons start to back away or it starts to become uncomfortable is when you ask the question, how do you feel about AI deciding who gets approval for a loan from a bank or financial institution, distribution of persuasive political information or messages, selecting job applicants, political campaigns, controlling in terms of algorithm, in terms of what you see on social media. There's some level of discomfort.
These concerns are fueling cause for stronger governance. More than 80% of respondents supported moderate or strict AI regulation, with many saying Jamaica needs clear national rules to guide how businesses and government entities develop and use artificial intelligence.
So Jamaicans want reassurance that humans remain accountable, AI decisions can be challenged, systems are transparent and explainable. And let me just break this down from experience. In working in procuring a particular technology for a sector in Jamaica. Persons are okay with using the AI, but they are using it they want to use it in a supplementary capacity. So when persons are asking for oversight, this is basically what they want to mean. Say, okay, we are willing to go and trust this technology, but of course, human would have to have the oversight or have the finance or the professional.
For many respondents, the fear centers around fairness. Questions are now being raised about whether AI systems could unintentionally reinforce bias in hiring and banking, especially if there are no safeguards in place to ensure transparency and human review.
On a scale of 1 to 10, the average is 5, right? So persons are neutral in terms of the extent to which they trust it. So in terms of going forward, we'd have to increase the trust level. Whatever intervention we're designing would have to increase the trust level in order to have uptake and for persons to move forward. Because you have to trust this technology in order to want to be able to engage in training.
Privacy also emerged as one of the public's biggest concerns. Respondents are worried about increased surveillance, identity theft, and the spread of AI-generated misinformation. At the same time, Dr. Johnson is warning that the study highlights that AI in Jamaica is already accelerating. Deidre Thomas, TVJ News.
To the stock market now, the JSE index advanced by 13 points today, while the junior market index advanced by 10 points. The winners included First Rock Real Estate Investments US dollar shares, Productive Business Solution US dollar ordinary shares, Cargo Handlers, JMMB Group Limited 7.15 6% cumulative redeemable preference shares, and Salada Foods Jamaica. The losers include Cygnus Real Estate Finance US dollar shares, Margaritaville Turks US dollar shares, Palace Amusement, The Lab, and King Tire Holdings, 22 stocks traded firm. Foreign exchange trading ended with banks and Cambio selling the US dollar for an average $159.14. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $115.89. The pound is going for $214.16, while the euro is selling for an average $190.37. And that's the business day. I am Sandy Williams. Good evening.